In 2014, I quit my job as a CPA in Italy and I moved to the United States to improve my English. This is how my entrepreneurial journey started, and since then, I've been focusing on growing myself to grow my business. In this podcast, I just want to create a collection of all the lessons that I learned through my mistakes and the success that came from the wins, going through all the stories, the fun facts, and the anecdotes that I've been experiencing through this journey. My name is Cristina, and let's start collecting picture memories. Today, I want to talk about how personal growth has impacted my business so far. I have to tell you that I've been interested into personal growth stuff since I moved to the United States, so about 10 years now. I would say it's fascinating to me. Every time that I can listen to a motivational speaker or read a book about personal development, it's just heaven for me. And when I started my business, my dad always told me, you have to learn the American way to run a business. Because as Italian, we have great creativity, we have great ideas, we know how to fix problems and solve problems, but we don't have a system. We are not great managers. We just find a solution, fix the situation in a second, but then it is what it is. Next time, we're going to find a different solution. So there's no consistency in what we do. And at some point, I really did everything that I could to get to the point where I could grow my business. But I told my dad, listen, there's no way I can learn the American way if somebody is not going to teach me what is the American way. So I actually made a dream of mine come true, and I started to work with a business coach. When I had my first call with who is now my business coach and has been with me for 2.5 years, I loved her from minute one because we had an hour long conversation. And she told me two things that made me decide to work with her. The first one, she said, your business can grow only as much as you can grow. And since then, I always invest at least 1 hour of my day to read something, learn something, try to change something that is not working and become a better person. So if I can become a better person, I can be a better leader for my team and I can grow my business. Many times people tell me, Cristina, can you stop reading? Stop, you are enough. You don't need to do anything more. And it frustrates me so bad because everybody can get better. And my goal every day is to be a better person compared to the person I was the day before. And I always make mistakes, but I want to learn from my mistakes and prevent from doing them again. So there's no way for me that I can say, oh, I'm tired of studying. I'm tired of growing. I'm the best version of myself. Until I'm going to live on this earth, on this planet, I can become better in anything I do. And this is also the reason why I also decided to start learning Spanish. And this has happened because during COVID, right after the lockdown, I was able to get some people back into the kitchen and teach them cooking classes. And a guy started to talk to me in Italian. And I'm like, why do you speak Italian? And he goes, I work for an Italian company. And during COVID, I was home and I had so much free time that I started to study Italian. I'm like, how the hell did you learn Italian in a year? And he goes, there is this app, it's called italki. You can get one-on-one classes all the time and you can learn any language you want. And I'm like, So first of all, I found my English pronunciation teacher. And since 2020, I've been taking classes with her because I'm obsessed with English pronunciation. It's not perfect yet, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep working on it every single day. And then after, I think, 6 months, I said, I always dreamed about learning Spanish. I don't have any reason to learn Spanish right now, but I want to learn it. So I started to take classes. And actually, I studied Spanish for a whole year. And my brain decided to go from English to Spanish instead from Italian to Spanish. That is much easier because Italian grammar is very similar to Spanish grammar. Going from English is like a nightmare. So for a year I was studying and I wasn't able to just say one word in Spanish. The entire classes was like, how do you say this? How do you say this? How do you say this? Nothing. And one day, two people walked into the store and they were looking for a job. And I started to speak English to them, and they say, no, no English. And I'm like, Cristina, is your moment. You need to speak Spanish now. So since then, I think it's been almost a year. I just speak Spanish all day long. My Spanish became so fluent. And it was my biggest achievement for 2023 because I'm like, Cristina, for some reason, you knew that you need to learn Spanish because you knew that one day you need it. So I'm so proud of myself. And till nowadays, I keep studying Spanish twice a week and try to improve it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can easily communicate with my employees, and it makes it very very easy for us to work, but also for me it's super important because it makes them feel included. Like if you don't speak the language of a country, it's very hard to understand their culture and to make them feel part of your team. So I really love that. I really love that I can be inclusive with them because I speak their language. And this is part of my personal growth. So when I have free time, I schedule classes. Actually, this is the way I learned how to speak Spanish. I put classes at 10 or 11 at night. And most of the time, I completely forget about it. I get a notification 2 hours before the class. And I'm like, what the hell was I thinking when I scheduled this class? I'm so tired tonight that I don't want to take another class. But you can't cancel it unless you cancel it 24 hours before. So basically, every time I have a class, I just get so mad with myself for the idea of scheduling it. But this is where discipline and willpower comes in. Every time I do it, no excuses. Yes, I'm tired. Do I want to do it? No, but I want to practice. I want to get better. So I just do it no matter how I feel. I know it's the right thing and I just do it. And this is how I do pretty much everything. I go to the gym in the morning, every morning, because it's the right thing to do. Do I want to go? Not at all. I actually don't like working out, but it makes me feel better. And I do it for my brain more than for my body. So this is how basically I run my business. I never ask myself, do I want to do it? Do I like it? Is it the right time now because of how I feel? No, but I know it's the right thing and I just do it. And the other thing that my business coach told me when I started to work with her was, you have to create a business that fits into your life, not a life that fits into your business. So it's your business that has to serve your life, and not your life that has to serve your business. As of course, as a business owner, when you start your new business, you're always there. You just do whatever it takes. But little by little, in 2.5 years, I was able to create a structure, to create procedures that allowed me to walk away from many of the roles that I was covering. And that is the American way. And sometimes still, I realize that I'm so Italian and I don't know if I can get to the point where everything is going to be standardized and procedurized. Because like recently, one of my employees said, so Cristina, if the power goes out during a class, so how long am I going to keep people here? Like, what do I do? What is the protocol? And I'm like, what is the protocol? No idea. I don't have a protocol. So there's still many, many things that I have to figure out and to work on, but I never stop. I never stop trying. I never stop getting better and studying to get a better person. That's why I'm also going to millions of conferences a year about self-improvement, how to scale your business, how to grow your business. So I can get into a room where I see other people struggling with the same things. We listen to people who made it and can teach us how to do it. And this is my way of always improving. But first, as a person, so I can then transfer it into my business. And hopefully, guys, this can help you as well. If you're wondering how how I did it or like how you can do it. Little by little, but every single day, a little piece makes the whole picture different. Actually, when I was growing up and I was playing the piano, I studied piano for like 15, 18 years. And I was not good when I was little because I was not consistent. I was studying like 3 hours before I was going to class with my teacher. And my teacher was always yelling at me because she always told me, Cristina, you just need to practice half an hour a day. It's much better than 3 hours before you come here because it's not consistent. You're not going to grow. You're not going to keep what you learn in 3 hours and then for a week, no practicing and anything. So she was right. And of course, when you're like 8, 10 years old, you can care less about practicing half hour. But now I understand because it's what you do daily that is going to change what you're going to achieve in a year, not what you do like twice a year, basically. This is my mantra. This is what I do. I hope you can get it too. If you like this podcast and the topics I'm talking about and you want to know more about what I do, you can follow me more on our social media accounts. You can follow us on LinkedIn, on Instagram and on Facebook under the Healthy Italia account. I'm not very active on social media on my personal account, so you won't find that much. But you can see me on the Healthy Italia account. So it will be wonderful to meet you there. And if you find that what I'm talking about it could be helpful for anybody, you're more than welcome to share the podcast with your friends or whoever you think might benefit from it. Thank you so much. It means the world to me.